Yeah, whenever you're ready, yeah.
Well, congrats. What a night. How are you feeling right now?
You know, I feel amazing. I always feel the same way after these events. I always feel humble. You know what I mean? We put this on, we facilitate what happens, but really, it's what everybody else does that brings it all together. Raising over $40,000 again this year is pretty phenomenal. It goes above and beyond my wildest expectations. The crazy thing is that bidding just ended for this maybe 10 minutes ago, and I'm already thinking about next year's pieces. So I've already talked to the artists in the room about boxes for next year. There's some artists that were here that didn't get boxes this year, and they'll be getting boxes next year. And I've already told James get started on the ones for next year. So 1 year ends, next year begins.
He said exactly the same thing, already thinking about next year. How did you pick the cover photo for the book this year?
You know, we generally try to pick a piece where the artist went above and beyond. The difficult thing is all of these artists go above and beyond. Now, every artist does an amazing piece. So now we have to choose from all these amazing pieces what's the most amazing. And truthfully, it really comes down to how well we can photograph something. If we can really capture what an artist is trying to portray, we put them on the cover of the book.
What were I know there's a lot of artists here tonight, what was their reaction to seeing all the works and meeting the other artists and talking about their process?
You know, it's really interesting. Artists really look at this as a bit of a competition. So, you know, there's Cloth Bay looking at Phil Gray's box saying, oh, look at where his is, and Phil Gray saying, oh, I wonder if mine is going to capture more than Sean Hunt's is, and where is everything going to go? But in the end, they all stand together. If you noticed in the room, all the artists are standing in the same area, and they're all smiling with that same smile on their face of being proud about giving back. And the thing is that all these guys were Native youth at one time. And so what this is doing and what this is coming back to, what they're giving back to, is maybe something from where they came from before. So it's really full circle. That's what it's about. It's a journey. These boxes, they go out, they get creative, they come back, and the artists know that and they appreciate it.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome to hear Dina talk about the plans for the art, for the Anya Center, the lot that they've got, the square footage alone. How are you guys going to continue to support that Golden Age, that building?
I mean, the long-term goals of Anya and opening their own center, their youth center, 47,000 square feet, you know, totally interactive, totally, you know, top-notch quality, is something that's their goal, and because that's their goal, that's our goal now. And if this event can get bigger and bigger every year, and we can bring more people into it, maybe a few other galleries might decide, hey, they want to do something similar to what we do. Yeah, we developed this idea. We came up with the concept, James and I, about what we're doing here. I want every other business that generates revenue from First Nations products to take my idea and steal it and recreate it and raise money themselves. If it's not for Anya, which I prefer it was, any Native organization would do. First Nations charities, First Nations organizations, of course, it goes by. First Nations charities, First Nations organizations need support. They need help. We generate revenue from products sold from First Nations products. We should give back.
What did it mean to you to have your grandmother here tonight and watching all this fundraising happening for original gallery?
You know, my grandmother is my mentor. She's my favorite person in the whole world. I learned everything I learned from my grandmother, and she's easily the most giving person, the most generous person I've ever met in my life. And if I can even be one part of that, then I've achieved all that I can. Having her in the room tonight was amazing. She comes to all my events, and it's very, very proud moment when I see her sitting there. And you know, she's why I'm here today, and she's part of the success of this gallery and the matriarch of our family. And I'm just happy to be able to carry on her legacy.